through the fire and snow. Voices of a no in the cold wind blow.
Shadows in the night, but the stars still glow. If I fall tonight, let the whole world know.
Calling me home where the old gods stand, through the storm and the blood red sand. The sky falls down and the rivers run slow. Hear my name in the winter snow.
Steel in the hand when the long ships sail, cold in the lungs when the night winds wail. Came from the frost where the brave don't fail. Every star got a story to tell. Drums in the dark.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever time of day it may be for you. My name is Gothe Dan, or Druid Viking that some may know me by, as well as others' names that you might be aware of me, but I'm not going to go through those because those don't matter in this area. Tonight we're going to continue our study within the Hall of Divine Ruins on the stones. So, we discovered the first three ruins that we had talked about, which are Feho, Urus, and Thurishas. And now we're going to go on forward and we're going to go with the next three ruins in this set, which are Ansuz, Raidho, and Kenaz. Starting with Ansuz. This is the ruin right here. Very generic, nothing special about it. Ansuz. The ruin for communication, wisdom, divine inspiration, ancestral voice, and wisdom. Its element is air, and its deity that it's associated with is Odin himself. Its phonetic value is the letter A. Ansuz, pronounced Ansuz, AHN-SOOZ, is the fourth ruin of the Elder Fork. The breath of the gods, the voice that carries wisdom throughout the ages, where Feho and the other two defends and strengthens. Ansuz speaks. It's the room of divine communication and the sacred word, the whispers of inspiration that moves through the wind. It is a ruin of Odin, the All-Father, who gave humanity speech, poetry, and the power of understanding to its people. It's a ruin of messages, insights, and wisdom that comes from the beyond. It reminds us that knowledge is not only learned, but it is received. This ruin speaks of clarity, truth, and the ability to express one's will. It is a breath that animates throughout, the spark that turns silence into meaning, and the wisdom that guides the seeker towards a revelation. When Ansuz appears upright, it signifies communication, inspiration, and divine guidance. It symbolizes a message from a spirit or an intuition that you might have. a moment of clarity or of revelation, the voice of truth breaking through the confusion. But when it stands reversed, it warns of miscommunication, deceit, or misunderstanding, a reminder to listen carefully and to speak with integrity. To work with Ansuz calls on it when you need insight, eloquence, or divine connection. Use it in your rituals of wisdom and learning and spiritual communication with your deities or ancestral plane. Let it open your mind to the gods and your ancestors. Ansuz is the breath of Odin, the voice of wisdom, the ruin that teaches us to listen, to speak truth, and to carry the divine word forward. Divination, meaning upright, means clear communication, divine inspiration, wisdom and insight, and messages from a higher power, spiritual awakenings. But when it's reversed or upside down, it stands for miscommunication, confusion, deception or false advice, lack of clarity, and the need to reflect before you speak. As a talisman, it enhances your communication and your eloquence, strengthens your intuition and your wisdom, aids in teachings, writings, and speakings, and connects to divine or the ancestral guidance. In your ritual daily life, use it to invoke before speaking or teaching. Use it in meditation for insight and draw it on tools for learning or writing. Place it near your sacred texts, in your sacred texts, or on your altars for guidance. There is a chant that you could use for it. Ansuz, 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 breath of wisdom, voice of truth. And a good invocation that's ritual friendly may be used in this manner. I call upon Ansuz, the breath of Odin and the voice of the divine, messenger of wisdom, bearer of truth. Let your words flow through me with clarity and purpose. Open my mind to insights, my heart to understanding, and my voice to truth. Listen with reverence, and carry the divine word forward. Ansuz, guide my speech, and my spirit forever. Which now brings us to our next ruin, which is Raidho. Raidho means journey, rhythm, right action, sacred movement, and alignment. Its element is air, and its deities are for Seti, for justice and right order, and indirectly Odin as the wanderer. Its phonetic value is the letter R. Raidho, pronounced like that, RYE-THO, is the fifth ruin in the Elder Folk. It's the road beneath your feet, the rhythm that guides your steps, and the sacred movement that turns wandering into purpose. Where Ansuz speaks to inspire, Raidho moves you. It is the ruin of journeys, the alignment of will and world. The rhythm that carries you forward to your destinies. Raidho is the road of right action. The path taken with intuition, the moment when your inner truth aligns with your outer world. It teaches you that every journey has a pulse and a cadence in natural order of things. This rune speaks of timing, discipline, and direction. It is the wheel that turns the world, the wagon that carries us, and the ritual that structures our movement into meaning. When Raidho appears upright, it signals a progress, alignment, and forward motion, a journey beginning to unfold, a situation falling into rhythm, and a message that says, stay the course. When it appears reversed or upside down, it warns you of delays, misalignment, or wrong timing for your situation. A reminder to pause, reassess your situation, and realign your own steps before forcing your movement that is not ready at that time. You can call upon this when you seek direction in life, timing, or clarity for a path to choose. You use it in rituals for travel, purposes, and alignment. Let it guide your steps with rhythm and intuition. Raidho is the sacred road, the rhythm of destiny, the rune that teaches you to walk with purpose, to move in total harmony, and to trust the unfolding journey that is ahead. When it's upright, it stands for progress and forward movement, a travel or a journey that it's about ready to begin or that you're getting ready to undertake, right timing for your task at hand, the situation falling into rhythm of your desires, the purposeful direction that you need to take, and a message to stay your course. But when it's reverse, it talks about delays and obstacles, misalignments and wrong timing, disorganization in your life, a journey disrupted, a need to pause and reassess yourself, act without clarity, or losing your direction in life. Your practical uses as a talisman ensures you safe travels from one place to another, strengthens your timing and rhythm, aligns the paths and purposes, and helps coordinate group efforts that you may put forth. It also brings order to chaotic situations. In your daily life, you can use it before invoking and going on travel. Use it when planning or scheduling things. Draw it to bring clarity of direction. Meditate on it when feeling lost or scatterminded. And use it in rituals of alignment and purpose. A rhythmic, steady chant for Raidho. Raidho, 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 Raidho. Rhythm of the road, guide my steps. A good example of an invocation for this would be, I call upon Raidho, sacred road and rhythm of destiny. Guide my steps with purpose and with clarity. Align my will with the path before me. Let my movement be intentional, my timing be true, and my journey unfold in harmony. Raidho, lead me forward with wisdom and right action. I'm living off 4 hours of sleep, so bear with me. You probably saw that and you weren't supposed to just yet, but we're going to do it anyway. The next ruin, and the last one of this episode, is Kenaz. Kenaz that way, is a symbol of illumination, a torch, knowledge, revelation, or controlled fire. Its element is the burning desire of flame. I'll have a lighter right here. Burning desire of a flame. Its associated deities are Heimdall for illumination and awareness, and sometimes Freya for craft magic. Its phonetic value is the letter K. Kenaz, the sixth ruin of the Elder Fourth Fork, the torch that burns in the darkness, the flame of knowledge, and the craft of revelation. Where Raidho guides the journey, Kenaz lights the way. It is the ruin of illumination, the spark of understanding, the fire of creativity that transforms raw potential into mastery. Kenaz is a torch held aloft, the ember of inspiration and the inner fire that reveals what was once hidden. This ruin is the ruin of artisans, healers, teachers, and all who shape the world with skills and insights. This ruin speaks of clarity, learning, and in the moment when confusion dissolves into understanding. It is the fire of revelation and the sudden spark of knowledge. A spark of genius. The insight that changes everything. When Kenaz appears upright, it signals illumination, creativity, and breakthroughs. A problem that was once had is solved. A truth is now revealed and a skill has now been mastered. The torch of understanding burns bright. When Kenaz stands reversed, it warns of a burnout, a blocked creativity, or a hidden truth that has yet to be revealed. A reminder to rest your mind for a while. Come back to it later. And to seek clarity before acting upon your intuitions. Reminder to rekindle your inspiration. To work with Kenaz, you can call upon it when you need insight, creativity, or mastery in a subject. Use it in rituals for learning, healing, and revelation. Light it, ignite your inner illumination to your path ahead. Kenaz is a torch of knowledge, the flame of inspiration. The ruin teaches you clarity to create boldly and to shine the light into the unknown. In divination, upright, it is an illumination of clarity, creative inspiration, breakthrough or revelation, skill development or mastery, healing and understanding of what was lost and hurting you, a hidden truth becoming visible, or the light bulb moment of an idea in your head. But when it's reversed, it means you're burnt out. You got to create a block. Hidden information, lack of clarity, stagnation in learning, emotional and mental exhaustion, and a need to rest and rekindle your flames. As a practical use, as a talisman, you can use it to enhance your creativity and your inspiration, strengthen your memory and your learning skills, support healing and clarity of your mind, aid in artistic and intellectual work that you may have going through, and illuminate hidden truths that you have not yet found. In your daily life rituals, it can be used before studying or creating things like artworks, poetries, writings, classes and texts like this one that's before me and before you. You can draw it onto tools and crafts for learning. Place it in your candles or sources of light as it draws light and power from fire. And use it in healing to reveal the root causes of a situation. A bright, shining, rising chant is Kenaz, 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 torch of insight, flame of truth. A good example of a ritualistic invocation is I call upon Kenaz, torch of illumination and flame of inspiration, light my mind with clarity, ignite my spirit with creativity, reveal the truths hidden in the shadows, guide my hands in craft, my thought in wisdom, and my heart in understanding. Kenaz, shine your light in my path. That is the first three. The second three, invocations. Our second three ruins. Told you 4 hours of sleep. Bear with me. So until next time, this is your Gothi, Druid Viking, Gothi Dan here, and working out of our Kindred's Book of Shadows or Grimoire. Just remember, keep yourself always together, and remember the one thing, that's from Odin's breath, knowledge burns eternal. Until next video, see you later.